Oh, you love to play. Oh, you love to play. Don't your comments won't relay. Sign is on my page for you. Oh my God, he changed. Young life, I can't see back on my. I just need some brains so I could keep myself in order.
Hey Play Cousins, welcome to a movie review, and this one is for the Book of Clarence. Now, I don't think this movie was pushed a lot as far as like previews, advertising for you to go to the theaters. If it was, I don't recall. I think I recall seeing the commercial like once. I haven't been to the theaters like that since COVID, to be honest, but I'm more of a streaming type girl. I like to be in the vicinity of my own home. So even if you don't like to be in the vicinity of your own home and you rather go to the theaters, that's cool. That's all well and good. But this is for my streaming people. So let's get into it. Pictures, Sicily, 1956, Easter. Nah, so let me be for real. Y'all remember like getting ready and getting prepared for Easter, and around that time, of course, on almost every channel there was a story of Jesus, basically like the betrayal, the Last Supper, and him being on the cross, and then him rising up after 3 days out of the grave, right? So the Bible stories being portrayed, basically the difference is, you know, everybody's white. The difference in this story, though, everybody's black. The majority of the cast is African American, right? And they're also they're trying to give it like a up to date in time feel to make things relatable. The difference is Clarence is not an original disciple. Clarence is more of a hustler. Trying to make a way, trying to make his mom proud, trying to understand faith, trying to make sense of the mythological creature that they call Jesus. Clarence doesn't believe that he exists. Clarence believes that the things that Jesus is doing, because there are, of course, rumors that he's healed the blind and he's raised the dead and he's done all these miracles already, and Clarence is like, these are tricks. So he took it upon himself after he has gotten himself in debt, because he's more, again, of a hustler, and he tries to rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. And the movie opens up where he's actually racing this beautiful woman and trying to pay off a debt, and he loses, which puts him deeper in debt than what he's already was. So he comes up with another scheme, and as with any hustler, you have confidants, you have consistent homies that you talk to and who has your back regardless. So now, like, you're deeper in debt, you have dreams, you have goals, you have ambitions, and you're trying to figure out your way, because at this point in time, with your mom being a Christian and your twin brother being one of the disciples who was highly well respected in the community, and you not feeling that, and you not getting along with your brother because your brother looked down upon you because you are, to him, a bum. But in your mind, you know that you are great. You know that you are called for a higher purpose, even though you don't believe in the Christianity and the hocus pocus of Jesus, right? So Clarence is more on, I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to figure out a hustle to get my money up, to get this grip up, so I can put my mama in a big house and I can, you know, stunt on the rest of them. But at this point in time, he hasn't quite come up with it. He has to face the person that you just got deeper in debt with. Yeah, you just got deeper in debt with it, and now it's like I gotta figure out, I gotta come up with a plan to make this, make this stuff happen. And of course, what do you come up with? The church is a scam, so why not I run the same thing? But the difference is Clarence likes to do, like, he loves to read, he loves to do his research. Now, he's not a dumb hustler. He's extremely smart, and he knows that there's a process, there's a way for me to make this money. Even though I don't believe in this Christian mumbo jumbo, the science is not making sense of it either, but I know I can make some money off this because I'm watching how the Messiah, how Jesus is scamming these people, so I can do the same thing. So, what does he do? He put on his thinking cap after he goes to sit down and hang out with his homeboy for some hookah. Yes. But this hookah is a different brand because this hookah literally gets you off your feet, honey. So you have to just open your mind. So no knock, no shade to the enlightenment of trying to put things together from the olden times until now. So Clarence is very well respected in his own mind of his path of how he's going to get things together. So he's strategic. So his first plan and his first play was, okay, let me go to the mother of Jesus, who is very well respected in the community. So you go and you're like, okay, what's his tricks? How did he go about it? How does he perform these magic tricks? Because this is not real. These are no miracles. I know these are tricks because it's science. It's not a miracle. It's science. So I read. I'm knowledgeable. I'm not stupid. This is science. And so his mom, Jesus' mom, Mary, of course, is explaining like, no, love, these are miracles. This is really an act of God. This is really what happened. And she started telling stories about Jesus and his childhood and how he brought life back forth from the dead and how he started performing miracles and how he gained this respect and how people have literally respected him because they've seen miracles with their own eyes. And so he literally looks at Joseph and said, I know you didn't believe like this lady didn't cheat on you. I know you didn't believe like hocus pocus mumbo jumbo, and then all of a sudden she's pregnant without even touching a man or a man touching her. And he said, no, it's true. So Clarence was literally fed up and got up and was like, I don't have time for this. Y'all want to lie to me? Fine, I'll figure it out on my own. And as he left out, they called him a dumb. Yeah, so they called him a dumbass. So Clarence left, and then again, so his next point of plan, he went to his brother, who was a part of the 12 disciples, and he was like, listen, I want to be respectful, so make me the 13th apostle. Make me the apostle. I want to be a part of the team. Put me on, because you're my brother. You're my twin brother at that. Put me on. Put me in the team, coach. They laughed at him. Laughed at him. The only person that did not laugh at him was, of course, Judas. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea because, of course, I know, we all know he had his own plan in the play anyway to betray Jesus. So, yeah, he sees the opportunity and feel like he can use Clarence to his advantage. So he's like, listen, go free these slaves over here, and then you can be a part of it. So he kind of free slaves, but not really. So you really didn't complete the task, but yeah. So after that, like while you're talking, your homeboy is looking for the lady that you was racing in the beginning of the movie. You find her, and when you find her, because she's actually beautiful, body on, snatch, and all the men in the town want her. So at this point in time, she's being judged. She's being stoned. Baby, when I say they came prepared, they were ready. She's being stoned. So he comes in like they've already hit her. They've already beat her. Her face is bruised and snatched up from marks and stuff. And they calling her a whore or a slut and everything but a child of God. So he jumps in front of Mary and he's like,
Mary! What is this?
Like, no, no, no. Like, he's willing to go out with Mary. Like, they're getting ready to throw stones. Like, they're throwing stones, not getting ready to. They're throwing stones. Like, really, they're ready to take you out, baby, because you taking all the men in the community, and it's a no. It's a no for them. So Mary is telling them they liars or whatever before they start throwing stones. Homeboy stands in front of her like he willing to take one for the team, because he was like, this is my homegirl, and if we going out together. And lo and behold, Jesus pops up. Bow, wow, watch out now. It's the little one, and it's not Bow Wow, and he stops. The stones from being thrown. So the homeboy of Clarence is in awe, in shock, because he's looking, because he sees these stones are stopped in midair. In midair, they were throwing them, and they now stopped in midair, and he's looking and in awe. Jesus also walks up to Mary in her face and all the bruises, and he touches her. Before he touches her face, he releases her from her chains. And then he touches her face, and all of her scars and bruises are gone. So he's seeing these miracles that Clarence thinks are tricks for himself. So seeing these miracles, his homeboy is running, pacing, getting there to let him know, like, yo, homie, I've seen it. I've seen it with myself. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for myself. It's not a lie. I've seen these miracles. It's not tricks. I've seen homeboy do it. He's special. He doing his big one. I don't think you want to play in this arena. So you letting Clarence know, like, everything that you've seen, and Clarence is like, maybe it's the tree that we're selling, because they were tree men. They were street pharmacists as well. So he's like, maybe it's the tree and you hit it a little too hard, or maybe it was the hookah that you hit a little too hard. So, because it's a no. We're going forth with this plan, right? Because he's going to be the new Messiah, the new Jesus. I'm taking over. So he puts this plan into play and starts practicing, looking in the mirror, repeatedly saying things, gaining confidence of speaking into life. And while you are speaking into life for the people, and you know, his homeboys was going to be the one that he healed from the blind, and his other homeboy was going to be another one where he rise from the dead. You know, they weren't blind and dead in the beginning, but you know, the people don't know that. So we going to play along, because this is going to be our own little play, because we need to get this money, right? So it's starting to work, and you're building your audience, and your audience is rising, and you're building your money. And as the money is coming in and your audience is rising, so is your spirit and faith.
Look at me, a miracle of creation, and we ignore it every single day.
Because while you're talking to yourself in the mirror, your conscience is kicking in, and so is the word that you're speaking to the people is also speaking to yourself. And while that is happening, you're also changing. You're not who you used to be. You are becoming brand new. Now that you've gotten a little power and your church has grown to a little bigger, your little congregation has gotten out there, word is spreading around, and you know, as well as I know, when you become popular and you got a little power and you got a little money, the word starts spreading around, you become a target. So here comes who? The Romans. They're looking for you. I've been looking for you. They're looking for you, buddy. They're looking for you, because now you're saying you're the Messiah, and you know the Romans don't want to hear that, because they're in control. They taking your money. They're in power, and they don't want nobody else to think that they're bigger and better than them, because, oh no, you can't have self-confidence. You can't love yourself. That's for me to tell you how to do that. So now they looking for you. You said you the Messiah, because they was already looking for Jesus, and Jesus has been hidden, and he would pop up here and there, you know, to perform his miracles and do whatever he needed to do, and hold down his assignments. But you not realizing you playing this game made you a target. So now that the Romans are looking for you, now you have to prove that you're not the Messiah. Even though your life has completely did a 180 and things have changed and your whole way of thinking has expounded into a new horizon, into a new territory, you are not the Messiah. You don't want the weight. You don't want the responsibility that comes with it. here's a great lesson of why you shouldn't be envious of what other people carry and other people's blessings, because you don't know what people have to go through and what comes with it. So now the Romans, because it is law that they kill anyone who feels like they are Jesus the Messiah, or anybody who's teaching the people or feeding the people and making them raise up their spirits and making them believe that they're better than others. Now you're saying, I am not the Messiah. I am not the Messiah. I only pretended to be the Messiah and pretended to perform miracles, which was just only tricks. It was science, basically, not really a miracle. I only did those things so I could get money, so I could pay off somebody that I owe. And I want the girl, the woman, the love of my life to accept me for who I am, because I don't want her to think I'm a bum. I don't want her to think I'm a bum. And I want to put my mom in a better house. I want to do better for my family. That's it. And I was really sick and tired of my brother thinking that I'm trash. Right? So, now, now, at this point in time, you're talking to the Romans, and the Roman was like, so if you're not the Messiah, you just, you know, committed and admitted to all these other crimes, which is like fraud and stealing and etc., etc. He was like, he was like, so either you're the Messiah or you're going to jail. And he was like, okay, well, no, I'm the Messiah. He said, oh, so if you're the Messiah, but you know, walk on this water, show me. So dude is like, oh, okay, here's gonna be my proof that I'm not the Messiah. And so you go to walk on water, and lo and behold, before you even do it, you look up and you say a prayer, and you open up your spirit, and you walked on water. You're not Jesus. You kept walking, saying, no, are you walking on water? And so you like, no, I'm not the Messiah, but you walking on water in front of all these people. You are walking on water. Isn't it crazy what can happen when you put a little faith into something? Isn't it crazy what happens when you can believe something and believe it in yourself and it happens? Whoa. Yeah. So now that that's going on and that's happening, and the soldiers are commanded to seize you, they're falling in the water while you're standing on it. Now that you have walked on water and you have spoken to all these people and you have shown a true miracle in itself, now you're going to have to be put to death. Because the Romans can't have another ruler. They can't have the people looking to somebody who is bringing life and breathing life into others. Can't have that. We have to keep everybody on the low level and stagnant and not believing in themselves and believing that you can't go any higher than what you see, especially if you speak in life into yourself and have a little faith added into it. You know what I'm saying? Well, now Clarence is in a pickle, because it's like, now you got to carry out this sentence. And what's crazy is you accept the challenge. I give this movie, in all actuality, I give it a 5. Not gonna front. I guess because I've seen the Bible stories over and over and over, like, so I know what's gonna happen and what's to come, and I can call out like the plays. But not gonna front, it gave it a new feel, it gave it a new look, especially with the music and the soundtrack behind it, with an acoustic vibe, an eclectic feel to it as well. I give them, you know, an E for effort for trying, but it gets a 5 for me. You also get to see how white Jesus came into play. Because, you know, they're saying, like, the people back then were this color. But I digress. So, in your spare time, head on over to Netflix, give the Book of Clarence a look, and drop down in the comments to let me know what you think. I love you the mostest because you're definitely the dopest in real life. I'll see you in the next one.